Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Brooke, and if you're new around here, welcome. Today I will be going over week 22 through 27th of my pregnancy. I am currently 31 weeks pregnant now. I have some notes here just in case I forget anything. Let's just jump right into it. So week 22 is when I started experiencing lower back pain. It's like lower back, and also like my butt would hurt too. Like if I would stand a certain way, a shooting pain would just, oh my gosh, it hurts. It would hurt. I thought that was sciatica, but apparently it could be, oh, I forgot what it's called. But it's something to do with like your pelvic area. It's just really painful. I thought sciatica was all the way down to your leg, but it could just be like your butt basically. But that's what I've been experiencing, and it really sucks. It really hurts. I also feel like I was a little more emotional than usual, and I find that comes and goes. One week I'll be emotional, the next week I'm fine. So it really just, I don't know. It's the hormones. Oh, and week 22 was pretty special because my husband finally got to feel the baby kick, which was amazing. Because like before, whenever she would kick, like, oh, feel it. And either she would stop kicking right away or she would kick a little bit, but he couldn't feel it. So week 22 is when he finally felt it. That was it for week 22. And so week 23 is when I saw my new doctor. I switched providers because I wanted to give birth to this hospital in San Francisco, UCSF. It's supposed to be like a really great hospital, so that's why I changed providers. One thing though is that they changed my due date. My due date was originally June 2nd and they changed it to May 31st, which isn't that much of a difference, so it didn't really matter to me. And I'm not really sure why they changed it. She mentioned that my previous doctor, in the notes, she put that I was due May 31st. But she told me I was due June 2nd. And so, I don't know, there's some confusion. And originally when I went to my first doctor, I thought I was 4 days ahead, and then they told me I wasn't. I don't know, I feel like I was right, my doctor was wrong. So yeah, now it's May 31st. For week 24 and 25, I noticed I was feeling a lot more tired than I usually was. So there's that. Oh, and then week 24 is when, so the baby, moves a lot now. And this is when it started hurting when she would kick. And just not even kick, but to move around. And it's usually right here on my right side and sometimes on my left side as well. But like, it was just, ugh, it really hurts. And it still hurts now. And I'm currently 31 weeks pregnant. So I just kind of got used to it. Yeah, so it's really uncomfortable and it hurts when she moves sometimes, so that sucks. So that was basically it for week 24 and 25. Now for week 26, the pain I was experiencing in my lower back / butt area started increasing. Like it just hurt more often, and it's usually just my right side. And week 26 also is when my belly button started hurting. It just would burn and it would be in pain. And apparently my uterus is now like above my belly button, so I think that's maybe what it was causing it. It's just like my belly button stretching and uterus putting pressure on it. Yeah, it's just like it kind of burned and just hurt. So if you hear some noise in the background, it's my husband and his sister are working out upstairs, so they're like, jumping on the floor and everything. So if you hear that, sorry. So baby can now see the light. If say it's dark and I get a flashlight and I put it on my stomach, apparently she can like see it. Also, I thought I had a stretch mark. Like it was the end of the day and I was just looking at my stomach and I had this red mark just by my lower stomach. And I was freaking out. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm only week 26. I'm already getting stretch marks. But the next day it was gone. So I don't know if it was just like a random red mark, but I'm really glad it's not there anymore. I have about 2 months to go, so there's still time for a stretch mark, but yeah. And if I get one, it's fine, but I really don't want one. That was it for week 26, the sciatica pain belly button pain, a lot of pain during this week. Let's talk about week 27. So because of the pain I was experiencing in my stomach and like just hurting whenever she would move, I set up an appointment to see my doctor about it. And I saw her and she kind of just, I don't know, I feel like she wasn't really listening to me. She might have been busy, but she kind of just said, oh, it's normal, you know, baby kicking, it hurts. But, and that might be true, but it's just, it's something that I never hear about, I guess. Like, oh yeah, sometimes baby kicks and it hurts, but like all the time, it's just not something that I hear a lot of women talk about, is like pain when the baby moves. So I guess I was just worried. But I mean, she said I was fine and everything else looked great, so, you know, just gonna have to deal with it, I guess. And week 27 was when I started having like really good energy. Like I just felt really good. I started seeing the chiropractor, and it's not a chiropractor where they like pop or twist really anything. It's like Nucca, N-U-C-C-A, if you want to look that up. But basically what happened was I went to my appointment. They had me go on this machine where I would, you know, stand as straight as possible, or just, you know, just stand normally. And then the machine, he adjusted it to where my hips were, to where my neck was, and my right hip was up above a 4. My left hip was, you know, where it was supposed to be. My right hip was a little bit up. So I guess that was why I've been experiencing some pain. And also my neck was a little like turned as well. And so then after that, he had me like lie down on a bench, and they like messed with like your neck. They just like they applied pressure. That's all they do. They just apply pressure to it. It hurt because it was so tight. I was so tight there. And so then after that, he had me go on the machine again, and my hips were exactly where they should be. So, I mean, it definitely works. I'm really glad I went to the chiropractor because I found that it really helps, like a lot. Oh, and week 27 was also when I started experiencing cramps in my legs. Like I'd wake up in the middle of the night and, you know, with a cramp in my legs, so that's really uncomfortable. So yeah, that's it for week 21 through 27. And my next video is going to be from week 28 through 29. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and, you know, leave any comments below if you have any questions. Yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. I would really appreciate it. And I'll see you next time. Bye.